Hi there! If you're new to my sessions, these are the key takeaways you can expect. I'll cover the Wyckoff stages, both current and coming stages for Solana in both the weekly and daily time frame. Also, I will talk about the key price levels where Solana will find support or resistance. And also, I'll share with you any breakout time points that the charts are telling us. So let's start with the weekly chart of Solana. Currently, we see this white candle going up, and basically it has found support around the light blue key level of $180. It bounces off from this point where there is a dual support, the bottom edge of this upward channel, as well as the 180 key level that we just talked about. So this is the current latest situation, and in terms of Wyckoff stage, we mentioned there's still a chance of going to the sign of weakness, which also is a little bit higher than for the price going to show us an upthrust of the distribution, meaning a price going above the purple key level of $260. Given the fact that the price stays within this uptrend, however, at a very or rather low level, because this rebound this week, the volume itself is only half of the previous 2 weeks. So I'm not going to change these percentages. This bounce can be another last point of supply in terms of Wyckoff terminology, meaning that there could be, or this can be, a little peak before it comes back to challenge the bottom edge of the upward channel again. So if I change it to a line chart, you see what I'm talking about. So that's the last LPSY. So this can be another one. Okay, that's a possibility. So instead of going all the way up, there's a chance that that's only like a little bounce before it really declines. So let's change back to the candlestick. So we have touched on the Wyckoff stages. In terms of timing, any breakout timing, we'll get to it when we get to the daily chart. Just to quickly check the Bollinger Band corner squeeze. Currently, the purple line on the top is getting like basically tied together with the orange. It started behaving like that since the beginning of September. The importance of this indicator is that it's going to tell us whether bigger price swing is coming. So if you're new to this indicator, you can go check its Bollinger Band corner squeeze. It doesn't tell us which side the swing goes first. It can go up first before it goes down, or it can go down first and then eventually comes up. So it's something to tell us a bigger price move is coming. That's it, okay? And the lower edge, it was close enough around end of August, but then deviation happened, and now we are, or the purple line is getting back to closer to the orange. So if the next few weeks the price continue to trade around a narrow range, eventually a squeeze will happen again in the weekly chart. So previous 2 times it happened. One time it was October to August to October last year, and then we've got this swing. We're still basically within that swing. Actually, a lot of times these swings will start with a bigger magnitude and then eventually dies down, just like the normal, like in the physics world, the attenuation of waves. The other time happened over here in 2023. So in the weekly time frame, if we just look at the shades at the back, where the purple lines, both of them has to be exactly inside the orange for the indicator to trigger this shade. But for me, what I look at is if one purple line is within the orange and the other is close enough, I'll consider that a squeeze already. So when you use it, that's just for your reference on how I use this indicator. I don't just rely on the calculation at the back by the codes. I will look at the exact line where they are. Okay, let's go to the daily. You see the purple lines are coming quickly since the price has been trading in a narrow range. So in the next few days, for the daily chart, there may be a squeeze happening. So before next week we cover Solana, it may happen already. So that doesn't, or that matches with the thing that I'm trying to bring out, the breakout timing. Here, the price, last time we already said, is it going through an LPSY? It seems it hasn't finished yet. There are like 2 signs of weaknesses. It will be very busy if I copy one over here, but for clarity's sake, we see it came down to test this light blue key level of $180 2 times in the past 10 days. And now is this going to be another one? Because combining this Wyckoff tag over here, this question, with the channel box or the playground zone, the normal behavior or the tendency of the price actions within the channel is that it bounces between the 2 edges. You see these bounces around or near the edges, right? And also the center line. So you find them sometimes just got rejected or trade along the line for a while before it gets to the other half of the box. So this time it looks as edging towards here, and it may find rejection at that point. Okay, that's why we've got this question over here asking, would this just be another LPSY instead of a continuation of the uptrend? However, there is a cross, like the lines crosses over here, somewhere near middle of November. And if you have been following my session, you know the breakout doesn't wait till that particular cross to happen. It can happen sooner. It's just an indication of how close we are to a breakout, a potential breakout event. If this comes along in the next couple of days or 1 to 2 weeks, it will eventually get very close to that point, and that's when the breakout can happen. So if it happens to the upside, breaking above this blue ceiling of the smaller blue box, that means Solana or the big guys, the composite man or the whales, are confirming that this is the way to continue. Whether it's going to just continue within the lower half of the bigger box, the bigger half of the channel, or it's going to shoot all the way to the upper half of the channel to trade. Currently, it's still too early to tell, but that's what we know. We are getting closer to that particular timing. If the price breaks to the other side, meaning continue to confirm this downward channel, that's going to be another also quite significant indication. So rather than continuing with the uptrend, which a lot of people would want to see it, coming to the downside means breaking not only the 180 light blue key level, but also it has broken this uptrend. Okay, this uptrend started, if we count from the bounce, the spring over here of the Wyckoff terminology, it started in April, meaning we are 7 months over, or close to 7 months into this uptrend, 202 days. All right, so if it really falls outside of this bigger blue box, that means that 200 days trend is over. So that, like, whatever happened in the next, from now till that point in time in mid-November, that's going to be a big indication of where Solana is going to head to. I previously put down this preliminary support, still of a higher percentage than going to a second test at least, getting to somewhere between the blue key level of 210 and the purple key level of 260. The current stage here, if it heads towards a new accumulation, meaning it breaks the box like I said and heads towards 150, that may only be an intermediate stop where the price could find stronger support before it comes down to test the yellows. The yellow was where the two selling climax back in March and June were. So it's not that we haven't come down this year. We have come down 2 times in the first half of this year. And now it may be the 3rd time that we come down to the yellow around 125. So that's the situation for Solana. While it remains the chance to go challenge at least the 210, the probability of it coming down to show us a sign of weakness is still pretty high. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to move to the next session. See you over there. Oh, sorry, I missed a question. So Rodrigo, ICP spring confirmed. I'm actually moving to the ICP session. See you over there.